Major sounds in the kitchen cooking up, boy.
Yo, what's up again, YouTube fam? We back, baby. Y'all already know what it is. It's the Trending Topic Podcast, man. And this topic right here, this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, like for a good little minute, man. And I came across this video from a YouTuber called The Crimson Cure. Now, a lot of y'all may know about her, some of y'all may not. She one of the women that I feel like she one of the women that I feel like, you know, we need more of her around in America. We need more black women that's gonna put that mirror up and tell the truth about black women. You know what I mean? We hear all the time about black men. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no good. We cheat. We this. We that. We don't work. We lazy. We've been hearing that for years. You know what I mean? And it's about time to hear it from a woman perspective on another woman. You know what I mean? Like their issues and things like that. You know what I mean? So this video, as y'all can see, is about why black women can't compete with passport bros. And I fully support the passport bros if they going into it, if they genuinely trying to find the right type of woman. I truly do support the passport bros. Me myself, I'm dedicated to a black woman. So, you know, I don't feel the need to go overseas to try to find something else. You know what I mean? I feel like that's doing a lot. But I do support the ones that do it, you know, because they feel like they can't get what they want over here. So why not explore their options in other places? Like it's not no rule that we have to, you know, date an American woman, black or white. You know what I mean? It's no rule. Like, you know, if you can afford a passport and afford to go and travel, then why not? So yeah, I support them. But I just wanted y'all to see this, man, because, you know, from my men viewers, I wanted y'all to see it, and then I want the women to see it and really understand it. I know sometimes with women, they not understanding, you know what I'm saying? They'll see something and quickly dismiss it because it ain't what they want to hear. But yeah, man, let's check it out, man. We're gonna watch it together. Let's check out what she's talking about, man. And I'm gonna give my commentary on it in between the video, but I don't want to keep it too long, so let's go.
All these women saying they can get their passports too, I don't think they realize how crazy foreign men are. Like, you will get your head popped off if you come at your husband sideways. So if you're asking, like, can you get ran through? Sure, that's easy. The shit you do here in the States and how horribly you treat men, that won't fly overseas. So good luck with that.
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing that. And she's absolutely right. See, it's not so much that the foreign men are crazy. It's just that even foreign men here in America, who live here in America, they have a value system, they have a culture, okay? And black women aren't going to disrupt it. Now, the reason why that lady on the clip is saying what she's saying, which I agree with 100%. You're going to get your head popped off, the head poppers, okay? These men going to be number one head poppers around here dealing with you, okay? This is why the vast majority of black women cannot compete with the passport bros, and it's stupid to even say so because nobody actually is checking for, coming for, looking for, trying to marry, trying to scoop up black women in mass to be their wives and to integrate them into their culture and in their community. And one of the main reasons why that is so is because the world has actually seen what black women are about via social media. I don't think y'all understand how far social media travel. How y'all know it's worldwide, right? Y'all understand it when
And she gonna get into it, man. I did watch this part of the video. I didn't watch the full thing, and I ain't even gonna keep y'all through the full thing. But I did watch this part where she talked about, you know, how black women basically represent themselves via social media, and I think that's a true statement. Like a lot of times, like black women like to, you know, complain about, you know, black men or other races of men not respecting them, but they got to understand what caused this. You know what I mean? Like It's the whole twerking thing. I know y'all all remember the twerking era that went on for about 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And just the way black women dress, and all women dress like this. Don't make it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm, you know, racially profiling my black women. I'm just speaking to black women because that's who I date. I don't date outside of the race. You know what I mean? So I'm just speaking to black women, and that's what she's speaking to. You know what I mean? So we just speaking on the black community as a whole. I feel as if a lot of the black women, they have been pushing like some type of prostitution culture. Now, when you hear that, you're gonna say, what prostitution? But you got to understand, prostitution is not just one in particular thing. It's just not standing out on the street waving cars down. That's just a form of prostitution. You can be a wife at home and still prostitute yourself out to different men. And when I call prostitution culture, is a culture of women that push the narrative that you need to have a man that's getting paid 6 figures. He got to have this type of education. He got to have that type of background. Like, that's what I mean by prostitution culture, because all you doing is just dolling yourself up to get this in particular type of man. The same thing that a prostitute on the street does. She get herself all dolled up, you know what I'm saying, to sell herself to the highest paying dude, you know what I mean? Now, we ain't talking about crack hoes, because crack hoes, we all know crack hoes, they'll take whatever you got, you know what I'm saying? But we talking about real prostitutes, you know what I mean? So, yeah, she gonna go a little more in depth, and I like how she kind of goes in depth about it. She does it way more. She articulated way more than I could, and I love that it's coming from a black woman. So yeah, y'all check it out. And black women, don't be so quick to dismiss her and what she's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all smarter than me, so I know you understand. So yeah, man, don't be so quick to be dismissive to what she's saying.
Stuff get on TikTok, when stuff get on Twitter, when stuff get on Instagram, when stuff get on Facebook, when stuff get on YouTube, y'all do understand that the whole work that is distributed, people, they log on, and the image of black women is the image of black women. The appearance value of black women is horrendous. And y'all know that. You know that the image and the appearance value of the thotting, the hoeing, the promiscuity, the misandry is one of the biggest ones. These other men from any other culture, whether you're going Asian, whether you're going European, whether you're going wherever you're trying to go, Polynesian, wherever, Mexican, wherever you're trying to go, even African, wherever you're actually trying to go, these men have seen you and made a judgment call on the entire scope of American black women.
Facts. That's facts. That's facts. I'm gonna stop it right there. That's definitely facts, because I've seen multiple videos where men from other countries, they treat black women as if they're like just like a stripper or like a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? Like they treat black women differently from the way they treat their women. You know what I mean? Like whenever you see somebody from another country, they pulling on them, or they being extra, you know what I'm saying, sexualized to black women. And I think it's because of black women. You know what I mean? I don't think it's because of black men. I know a lot of people argue. Me and my girl argue all the time about this shit too. So it's like, it's not black men, man. It's black women. They push this out there. They put this whole, sexualizing themselves on Instagram. You got the Instagram models. You got the OnlyFans. You got the Twitter models and all of that. So, I think what she's saying is definitely correct.
And they have surmised that we are all hoes, that we like getting ran through, that we listen to crazy music, that we think it's normal to have children out of wedlock. We think it's normal to not have men in our family. We think it's normal to not listen to men. We think it's normal to hate men. We think it's normal to talk down on, specifically on Black men, no matter what his relation is to us, whether he's our son, our brother, our uncle, our father, our grandfather.
Man, tell me where she wrong at. Tell me where she wrong at, because she 100% on point right now.
Co-worker, the whoever he is, we find it to be acceptable in Black culture to talk crazy and talk greasy to and about Black men to their faces. We think it's acceptable to harm them physically when they don't do what we want them to do. We think it's acceptable to slander them. We think it's acceptable to talk crazy publicly about them. And
I'm gonna stop it again, but I'm gonna just say this, man. If you look at the amount of, or you look at the ratio of women back in the day, maybe like the 60s or the 70s. Let's just say that. Excuse me, y'all, because I don't want to say the 50s. The 40s and the 50s, because to most Black women, they consider them as slaves. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say the 60s and the 70s versus nowadays. Look at it. Look at how, you know, look at how many women, how much women has grown to be so much masculine when it comes to men from the 60s and the 70s to now. You know, it should only be one alpha male in the household. It shouldn't be two. You can't have two alpha, a male and a woman alpha male. You know, they just gonna clash. That's when the relationships get real toxic. You know what I mean? So if you look at the ratio of women back then versus now, you will see a big change. Now, true enough, I do believe in change and generation. You know what I mean? And a lot of them speak of modern day women. We not taking this, we not taking that. Well, you know, this is what happens when you claim you're not taking this, you're not taking that. You know, dudes is going other places to find different women, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of women online complaining about that right now. So, like I said, she definitely 100% correct. You know, popping off at the mouth at men, man, a lot of dudes in these other countries not even tolerating that at all. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, let's get back into it.
About their shortcomings, whether real or made up. And these other men actually see Black women as degenerates. They see Black women as disrespectful. They see Black women as disloyal. They see Black women as dishonorable. And they see that Black women are all of these things to the men that actually hold up their community that they're in. These other men, they think differently. They are not just other men. That's just a different skin color than Black men, American Black men. These men have grown up in different cultures, patriarchal, the vast majority of them. Patriarchal. That very thing that white women had y'all fighting against for feminism, these other men thrive in such cultures. They don't believe in women not listening to them. They don't believe at popping off at the mouth. They don't believe at yapping and, you know what I'm saying, and doing all this and getting smart, you know what I'm saying, and putting your neck on a, you know, on a swivel and all of that type of stuff. Like they don't rock with that at all. At all. That's not what they do. They don't tolerate.
That's facts. That's facts. And back to what I was saying about, you know, back to what she was saying about how they view Black women. I've seen a lot of guys that's from different places, like Africa, Egyptian Africans, like Hispanics, Arabic dudes. Like I've seen them all. Like they all look at women like it's like they undress them with their eyes before they even meet them. You know what I'm saying? It's an automatic thing. And I don't think it's just coming from, like, it can't just come from thin air. It's got to be coming from, you know, what you know, Black women put out, the type of representation Black women have in America. And I think that's facts. And it's the same way for Black men, but that's another video. We're going to talk about that in another video. But it's the same thing with Black men, but we just focusing right now on Black women. But we're going to let her talk some more before I end the video out.
I don't care if he live in a hut with a dirt road or he live in a mansion in an estate somewhere. They don't tolerate the disrespect. They don't tolerate the sideways talking. They don't tolerate they don't tolerate none of that. They see how you disrespect black men. That's a red flag for them. They see how you speak about yourself. They see how you speak about black men. They see how you deprive your children of fathers. They see how you alienate the men in your community. They see all of this stuff. And that the other thing that they know that other men have understood about black women is that they know you code switch to come to them. And they see that as deceitful and dishonest. Okay? Because they know how you are. And then when you come to them, all of a sudden you're this wonderful, magical, submissive, wonderful woman. They know that that's cap. They know that's cap. For the vast majority of American black women, and unfortunately, they right, because there's only so many lionesses, and most of the lionesses are already taken. All men from all walks of life and all cultures want respect from women, and they want femininity from women, and you have very little of both. You have very little of both. You are masculine, and don't nobody like that. And you are disrespectful, and don't nobody like that because you got a little smart mouth.
And it ain't just a smart mouth, man. Y'all go watch the rest of the video. I'm gonna post a link in the comment section. I mean, not in the comment section, but in the description section. It ain't just, popping off at the mouth. It's everything that we see, just coming from me, just viewing social media on a daily, black women is not represented right at all. You know what I'm saying? We see them all the time fighting at clubs, fighting at wherever. It don't matter, Walmarts, in all kind of stores. You know what I mean? We see them all the time going at it, going crazy, and wonder why people make the assumption that black women are ratchet. You know what I mean? So it's like they're going to look at it as a whole. They're not going to look at it, as just that black person, because you see it all the time. I remember once upon a time, black men was looked at as, we was always looked at it as drug dealers or some type of criminal, you know what I'm saying, pedophile or predators, and at that time, there wasn't much social media at that time. It was just the news. The news was pushing that type of narrative. Now it's more so where everybody is getting involved, but the black women is not seeming to not understand why they're not being treated right. They're constantly being cheated on. They're constantly being done wrong by no matter what race of person it is, or what race of male it is, and like she's saying in this video, man, it's honestly black women. You got to start looking yourself in the mirror and start trying to make some type of adjustment to what, and everybody, the thing is, man, you have to do it as an individual. We can't just say these things hoping that every black woman in America gonna change, because we know that's not gonna happen. But it starts with a person individually. You know what I'm saying? Like, you raise your children up to be, have some dignity and class, and treat themselves and respect themselves as women. That's what we got to start doing, instead of trying to teach us or keeping up. That's what I see a lot of black women are doing with their kids now. They trying to keep up with them. They trying to go to the clubs with them, wear the same type of clothes they wearing. They're not really being examples of what a woman is really supposed to be for a man. And that's why a lot of times women grow up. I have 2 girls, and unfortunately, they're going to grow up in a world where, they don't really know how to be a woman for a man, because, a lot of times these kids' mothers are not teaching them how to be women. You know what I mean? They so focused in on their own relationships or their own situations at the time, they're not trying to take time to build their girls up. So it leaves the father to have to try to, fill that void. And it's kind of hard for a father to do those things, because she's not going to take to a man like she would her mother. You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to put this video out there just for, some of my female viewers to see. And really, just like I say, don't be so dismissive to a lot of the stuff people are saying about black women, because honestly, it is true. Like, it definitely is true, But like I say, man, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Y'all go check the whole video out, man. Like, go check her channel out, period, man. She be kicking some real flays. So yeah, man, y'all check it out, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Y'all already know what it is. Trending Topic Podcast. Let's get it.